G'day folks and welcome to this playthrough of Hexplore, the Valley of the Dead King. This is a hero building adventure board game for 1 to 7 players. It's a really good solo game. I'll be playing it solitaire, but controlling 2 heroes. I've only started to dive into this Hexplore system. There are about 18 different publications. I think there's roughly, I don't know how many base games, a lot of expansions and supplements and things like this. This dates from 2017. It is the Kickstarter version. And I have gone through most of the setup. In this particular title, Explore the Valley of the Dead King, I will be trying to stop the Dead King from destroying all these cities on the board. I've only, as I said, started to dabble into Hexplore. I'm a bit rusty on the rules. This is an attempt to kind of learn as I go. I've done one sort of brief playthrough. So what is this game? It's really pretty much an adventure game. You will control a character. I'll be controlling 2 characters. You give them their, what are they? They're sort of like their race. So you pick a race and you attach that to their, I don't know what it's called, their role it is. So, you know, you can kind of try and pick things that align. The race gives you starting characteristics. So this is sort of bonus to your base characteristics. They give you a food rating, how much food they consume and to start with. And yeah, special abilities. Your role gives you your special abilities, whether or not they are attacking, defensive, healing, or more of a utility. So the kind of the first thing we need to do is figure out what characters I want to play. As a new player, I don't really want to play with any kind of race that consumes a lot of food, so I'll immediately be kind of weeding those. They often, I mean, looking at them, they tend to be tougher races, trolls, centaurs, giants, things like that. There are some races that consume no food at all, and I did sort of experiment with those in my sort of opening play. It was nice just not to have to worry about food. So they are out of the game. I don't want to play with any of those. Sorry, they eat too much food. I think I'll even cut out the 2s as well, just because I don't want to worry about food pretty much at all. So I'm down to the 0s and the 1s, and kind of this is what I have left. Yes, there is the automaton and the fallen one, a spirit kind of thing that consumes 0 food at all. Though I played with the fallen one last time I played through. But I didn't like their special ability. They use health to power their masteries instead of energy. So as I was learning the game, that kind of threw me. So I'm kind of pushing them aside. Automatons once per game turn while it's out of combat for 2 health and 2 energy. All members may reroll a 10-sided dice. Okay, a reroll. Goblins, they locate 2 gold worth of treasure once per combat. That requires them to actually be in combat. Once per game turn for 3 energy, they may save themselves or an ally who has just died. Healing their health equal to the Angelborn's defense rank. Okay, so that's a good healing. That could complement something else. And I think there's Leprechauns may spend a gold to modify damage roll. Double in size and got a rampage. Their attack rank is boosted by half their defense rank. They may boost the rank of a single ability or skill by 3. Lumon. For 2 energy, they may raise each ally's health by 2 or their own health by 3. It's a nice healing one. Dryad, once per combat, spend 3 energy to negate an attack against themselves or an ally. That's a good one. I like that. Halfling, they can reroll. Pixie, they are untargetable. It's not bad, but group attacks still hit them. So I think I'm going to go the Angelborn and a Dryad, just to cancel, negate an attack completely. 3 energy. Okay, so they're the 2 races I'll be going. Angelborn on the left, Dryad on the right. They're both kind of healing, negating combat races, but I can pick roles that give me attacks and things like that. So I was a brute last game. They were pretty good. I really kind of, well, I think they were pretty good. I don't have much basis for comparison, but they were attacking. So I'm going to stick with the brute. That's what they look like. This is the brute. We're going to have an Angelborn brute. And wow, what do we want? So they're attacking. I would really like something with, I guess, a good defense characteristic, maybe? Is that what I'm kind of... These are the enemies. Where have I placed? Where have I placed all the rolls? They're all the way over here. Okay, so there are a lot of roles that come in this game, and they're kind of divided into 4 different categories: striker, utility, sapper, and healer, and assist. Sorry, maybe 5. What do I want here? I don't really know. I'm just going to look through and see what has a good defense rating. Okay, so the Rebel Rouser is a striker, good attack, not much defense. The Summoner. I don't know these characters very well, so low defense, low defense. Another thing to look at is their skills down the bottom. I'll talk about how that works in a moment. Decent defense. They got block, okay. Decent defense, bit of a mix, good utility. Maybe I want a utility for my second person. Or maybe just 2 strikers who can both attack. Here's a healer with a good defense, divine aura. I don't really know. The shaman, 2 attack, 2 defense. They're a sapper. Yeah, look, a lot of these abilities are going to be interesting. The guardian, 3 defense, assist, shield ally. Yeah, I might go with the guardian. They're pretty tanky. They can still attack, 2 attack, base attack. 3 defense, they can shield their allies and do other things like that. So we'll put the Guardian on the right, and down here I have the battle map, which is where I keep track of combat and the like. Okay, so now I've picked my 2 roles and races. It's time to kit out these character sheets. So what we do here is we start with our base value. So this is my health. It starts at 8, and I add my race as modifier, so +1. So I start with 9, currently 9. My energy is pretty low here. I start with 4, but my race gives me +3. So I have 7 energy, currently 7. My food rating is 1. So I put a 1 here, and I start with twice that in food. So I have 2 food to start the game. What else? Okay, my strength is 3 plus 0 is 3. That's a shame. My guard is 2 plus 0, which is 2. That's a shame. My first mastery, now these are my 2 special abilities, is aggressive stance. And I start with 1 plus 1 is 2, and 1 plus 2 is 3. And yeah, these are special abilities I can usually spend energy to cast special types of attacks. Then I have my skills, and these are used while exploring. So the first is navigation. I start with 1 plus 1 is 2. My exploration, which is basically trying to find treasure, is 1 plus 0 for 1. And my survival, which is whether or not I can find food. And that is 2 plus 0 for 2. And that is my brute, angel-born brute setup. As I look over to the Guardian, my Dryad Guardian, I have to name them as well. So let's call them Bazza. Baz the brute. Favorite opponent is Spirit. Means they like to attack spirits. Okay. So over here we have our Guardian. What can we call our Guardian? Ab the Guardian. Favorite opponent is Magical Nature. And they have 0 bonus to their health. So they have health of 7. They have +2 energy for energy of 7. They have +0 attack for an attack of 2. +0 defense for a defense of 3. +2 to their first mastery, +1 to their second mastery, +2 to navigation, and then +0 and +0. Each player gets 3 d10s in different colours corresponding to those 3 skills, and they'll be rolling those as they explore around the map. We also shuffle the quest deck, and this will give us a set of our starting 5 quests. We have a bounty, navigation, and aid, and survival. And we put these little markers, we may put these markers out on the map. So this appears in the cavern here. So we have to, the Orc Shaman Dregnak has heard that Click is expanding his hold in the valley, although they've set fires south. Already they've set fires south of the Grey Scar. Click is growing more bold. Go to the Goblin's lair and slay the dead king's pawn. You may turn in this quest to any city, but if you do so at the Rocktoe encampment, the Orcs will give your group a free gear upgrade of your choice. If he has already been slain by the group, you may turn in this quest immediately. Okay. This bounty is not out yet because we don't have map I. Navigate onto map E. That's not out yet. We need to provide aid over here. A young dwarf scout. So you can see it's map D, very bottom right corner. A young dwarf scout brings news that his allies have gone missing beyond the mountains. He fears they may be running out of supplies. Locate his group and bring them 1 food per hero. So I need to bring them 2 food. I didn't do food for this fellow. So his food rating is 1. He starts with 2 food. All right. The group moves 1 hex further while traveling with the dwarves. Additionally, the group also gains climbing gear if they don't already have it. And finally, we have a survival on map C, right in the middle. I think it's the 3rd hex down. 1, 2, 3. So this one here. You overheard a group of orc explorers speak about a perilous cave filled with noxious fumes and enormous insects. They believe it may be the megapede's nest. Follow the tunnels and see if they're right. If you camp here next turn, you have found the megapede's larvae. Face the megapede here. If you succeed in defeating it, each hero gains +2 health and +2 energy, maximum and current. So you'll go up to 9 and 9 and increase your current stats as well. All right, so there's different types of quests you'll note. Some are, I'm going to be flicking through the rulebook as I go through this. Where are the quests? Quest 53, right at the back of the rulebook. All right, so what kind of quests are there? There are aid quests. They require you to travel to a location and either pick up or deliver an item or character. They don't require any skill roll to complete, and escorts, which is this one, are special aid quests that require you to keep a target alive. Okay. It'll show you the target's health and actions they perform during each combat round. Interesting. So this target has 7 health and attacks each round for 4 health damage. Okay, so I have to go to here, get them to join the expedition, and then... Oh, okay, so I have to sacrifice, so they join me as an ally, but they eat 1 food each turn per hero. That's something I didn't want to do. Okay, then we have arcs. Quest arcs contain more than 1 quest. And we have bounty quests. They require heroes to defeat an opponent in combat, travel to the location specified, defeat the opponent. We have skill quests. So these 2 are skill quests. This is a navigation skill quest requiring our navigation skill. This is a survival skill quest requiring our survival skill. Navigation is pretty good over here, but otherwise it's all pretty low for survival. This requires the group rolls the skill die shown on the card, and then sometimes they require more than 1 success. Critical success +1. I don't know what that means. Critical success 3. Oh, critical. If I roll a hex on the dice. So these are the D10s, and each dice will have a hex, and that's a critical success. Okay, so that'll give me a bonus, I suppose. So these are the quests I've got. Now, up the top, I need to shuffle these cards. At the top, we have got our circumstances, and these are various things that will happen to us as we're adventuring. So we have a young dragon to confront. We have got bandits. Sometimes these are good. We have raiders. We have got mangy wolves, and we have got treants. My goodness, I did not shuffle these well. Well, they already shuffled a heck of a lot. Just got unlucky with a lot of enemies coming out. They can be prizes and things like that. So these are things that happen, that may happen. Okay, what else? Okay, so we're going to start off with some gold. And in a 2-character game or a 2-player game, I think we start off with 12 gold each. No, 24 gold per hero. So 24 gold. And what can we buy? Well, I can tell you we start in a city. I need to roll to determine what city that is. City 4, which is all the way over here. A long way, well, not too far from this quest. We're in city 4. And in the city, we can visit the market and spend our money. We can also purchase gear upgrades for our hero. Now, when I played this last time, the first time I played it, I bought a lot of items and no gear upgrades. And I really regretted that because my gear was really low and I felt really weak. So I'm going to try and spend a bit of money on this instead. I also bought, so I'm in city number 4. So let's have a look at the cities. City number 4 is Stormwrath Moot Home. The trolls keep company with few strangers. If you are here, it is because you have proven yourself to the troll leader, Kimoundri Thunderfist. You may purchase climbing gear for 1 gold per hero here. Well, I'm going to need the climbing gear to get over these mountains to this quest. So, for 1 gold per hero, and just for context, climbing gear would normally cost 2 gold per hero. So that's a 50% discount. So, I'm now down to 23 gold, and I have climbing gear. And each hero has this climbing gear. I can tick that off the battle board. What does climbing gear give you? It effectively lets you climb the mountains. So the group may now travel into mountain hexes. Without it, you may not move into those mountain hexes. So I can now reach this objective. Okay. I'll eventually need it anyway. I just get it for a discount. Okay, this is the what's he called? The Dead King. All right, so what else can I buy? Upgrading my gear. Okay, so you'll notice around my characters, around each of their sort of attributes and abilities, there's a little dial. That's how much it costs to upgrade those abilities. So if I want this brute to be my attacker, to be doing the damage basically, I want to upgrade his attack characteristic. So I'm going to spend 4 and then 5 gold to upgrade his attack to a 5. All right, so here's my damage dealer. That costs 9 gold. I'm down to 14. All right, this person's my healer. I should read their abilities too, because there could be something there that I want to shape. So this guy does aggressive stance. He deals health damage equal to aggressive stance rank plus brutal assault. So he combines these and does that much damage. The damage is difficult to defend against. If your opponent defends, roll a 10-sided dice. If it's less than the aggressive stance rank, the attack deals piercing damage. I think that means it ignores defense. At rank 7, the damage is always considered piercing. Additionally, the brute treats each opponent as a favored opponent while using this. And Relentless Strike. It allows a brute to use brutal assault a number of times this round, equal to 1/3 of Relentless Strike rank. So once. Each extra brutal assault costs 1 energy. These strikes are counted as separate attacks. So that's probably later game. He's not in position to do so early. The Guardian though. The Guardian can shield ally. And this is how much energy it costs to use these abilities. So the Guardian chooses an attack that damages an ally this round. The damage is defended by half shield ally's rank. Okay, so you get a defense. Each use requires 1 energy. At rank 4, the Guardian may use this mastery outside of combat to shield her allies from damage by spending... there she is. So her name, I'm going to change her name to Ali. There we go. Rank 4, the can choose his mastery outside of combat to shield her allies from damage by spending 1 energy per ally. Rank 7, she may use Defend or Cleave while using this ability. And Reflected Assault. The Guardian reflects damage she or an ally has suffered this round. The damage is defended by Reflected Assault rank plus Defend rank. And the total damage is reflected back against the attacker. The damage is piercing. Okay. So some interesting choices here. Look, I'm thinking as kind of my utility assistant. A shield ally could be really good. But you know what else is good? Some of these attributes. Survival, increasing survival, so I don't have to eat as much food. I'm going to go 7 into that. That brings me down to 16. While I'm thinking of that, I'm going to do the same over here. 7 over there. So now, yeah, I won't be, if I fail that survival roll, I have to consume a food. I should also buy food. I can buy rations. Each ration purchased equals 2 units of food. Let's buy 3 rations each. Brings him down to 4. And 3 rations here. 1, 2, 3. Now I can buy potions which heal health and energy. That's good. Maybe some potions. Running out. Maybe one potion over here. And that costs 1 gold. And then we'll boost our exploration or navigation. Let's boost our exploration to 2. This will help me find gold. And that puts me out of gold. Over here with 13 gold left, a potion times 2 gives me 11. Okay, should I boost shield ally? Yes, at least once. So we'll go up to 4. That costs 4. Oh, maybe another another attack. Yeah, so we'll give them an attack as well. And then we'll spend the last 3 on some exploration as well to help us find some gold, to help us buy more things. And we're out of money. Okay, so we've spent all our gold. We're poor heroes now. We do have our climbing gear, our rations, our potion. We've increased brutal assault, so I'm really hopeful that this guy can do some damage. Ali the Guardian can do some damage, defend pretty well, defend allies pretty well as well. So we are, I think, all set up. We have our possible circumstances. Let me just check. I've chosen my hero, filled in my mat, set up the game board, rolled starting city. I've visited the market. I've purchased upgrades. We are ready to go. Just double checking the game board is set up. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so one of these is the game turn summary. So that's the market, which we'll be returning to later on. We have a summary of the cities, which I'll put over to the side for now. There are other locations that may come out on other areas of the map. We're actually right near the edge of the map, so I mean there might be value in exploring the edge of the map while we're so close to it. We can find things like shrines and ruins, which can give us things. Let's look at these quests. So we have got the valley thing here, the bounty. Go to the goblin's lair and slay the dead king's pawn. You may turn in this quest. So how do I slay the dead king's pawn? This is a bounty. Does that mean, is there a corresponding shaman Dregnak? That's a goblin emperor. Click. I don't think we're fighting him, are we? Click is expanding his hold. Click is growing more bold gold and slay the dead king's pawn. I think we have to go here and fight this guy, maybe? Bounty. Bounty quests. They require you to defeat an opponent, travel the location specified, and defeat the opponent. Well, the opponent referred to as Click. So yeah, I think I have to fight this guy. And he looks pretty scary. So basically the way he attacks is you roll dice and he does whatever is shown there. That's the same for pretty much every opponent. It's just that these big opponents, they're stronger, hell tougher. Jeez. And they'll probably do more damage with their attacks. Yeah, so I don't know if I want to take him on just yet. Maybe I want to navigate and do some survival type of quests first. So where is this? Okay, survival, navigation we haven't found yet. So maybe I'll try and find that. My navigation skill is pretty decent over here. So I might try and explore and try and find tile E. I don't think I've done that much yet because I didn't finish the first game. We're all focused on the main board. So while I'm so close at the edge, I think that's what I'm going to do. So we start with movement. If you camp, there's several different types of movement. You can camp, and this is usually because you've got a quest that requires you to camp. You can move cautiously. That's either moving one hex or moving entirely along a road or river. Now I start on a road, which is heading off the map. So I think I'm going to do that. Now you get 4 movement points. You can buy horses to move faster, but I didn't find much. I spent a lot of gold to do that last game. Didn't find a lot of value in it, so I'm not going to worry about that. You can move normally, which is often what you're doing. That's just moving off track. But if you move normally or recklessly or whatever, you have to make a navigation roll, and you can become what's called wandering. If you stay to the roads and move cautiously, you don't have to make that roll. So we'll try and move. I guess we'll move normally because we're probably going to head off road anyway. So let's go 1. And now I'm going to try to explore this tile. It should be pretty easy, but I just haven't done it. Moving your hero. Okay, how do I find more about discovering a tile? There's combat rules, battle map, encounters, quests. Okay. There are 10 additional tiles. When you move to a border, draw a random Hexplore tile. So this has to be a random tile from this pile. So I'll blindly kind of shuffle and won't look. I mean, I guess once you play the game a lot, they're not the same art on the back, so I don't know what I'm looking at. And we'll make it this one, which is tile I. And we'll put that up there. So you can see there's actually no road leading onto there. There are mountains, and I can have mountain gear. Tile 9, this is our bounty. Okay, so this is the Onyxhelm brothers. They lost their youngest cousin and several dozen soldiers to the Ice Giant Jarl. So is the Ice Giant Jarl, that'll solve a mystery for me. Is the Ice Giant Jarl, no. So how do I find the Ice Giant? I'm really confused by that. That's the dead king. So these are the big bosses, and he's really tough. He's a level 9. Okay, so he's a really, really tough hero to fight. Okay, so when I move to the border, draw a random and place it. There are some instances where the group may unlock 2 tiles at once. Yes, so I can do it again. Down in the bottom corner here, manage to move Ali a little bit out of the way. Draw a random tile. Tile M, not what I want. I want to find E, so I can navigate to it. But I have found, what is this? These are ruins, and I think instead of rolling a circumstance, you roll a 10-sided die and shot the table. So I want to try and head towards that ruin and then kind of loop around and maybe head towards this thing here. So I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my movement complete. I moved normally. If I move recklessly, the group moves 2 hexes further than normal, but doing so is taxing. You lose 2 energy. Okay, that's the movement phase done. We now move to step 2 of the turn, which is skill. And I have to roll a navigation roll. So basically, each player rolls their green dice for their first skill, and then each roll less than or equal to their navigation value. That's a fail, and that's a pass. Now, you're trying to avoid getting lost. Half the group must succeed. They succeeded, so I'm not lost. I don't move randomly wandering about. Now I'm looking for treasure. I roll the explore dice. I need to go 2 or less, fail, 2 or less, fail. And if I succeed in that, I basically find 2 gold. If I fail, nothing happens. Now I roll survival. I need 4 or less, succeed, 4 or less, succeed. If I failed in those rolls, I'd have to consume food. I think it's just 1 food. If you fail, you must consume food equal to your food rating. Yeah, so my food rating is 1. Would have meant that I'd have to consume 1 food for each hero that fails that roll. That is the skill phase done. I ended movement somewhere else, so I'm not in a specified location. If I was on the ruins, I'd go to the ruins, but I'm not, so I have to continue now with a circumstance die roll. And basically the die roll corresponds to the circumstance cards up the top here. Okay, so I take a d6, I roll, it's a 4, so I do card number 4, which is bandits. It's back to front. The idea is the map can be oriented either way if you've got sort of people around the table. So your gold has been stolen. Each hero loses half their gold. Oh no, I lost half of 0, which is 0, and half of 0, which is 0. Roll all 3 dice. If any hero makes all 3 rolls, the heroes locate the bandits, regain what was stolen, and may turn them into a city. Okay, so I need 2. I got to pass all these. That didn't happen. And pass all these. That didn't happen. So if I pass all those rolls, I can return the bandits, capture the bandits, turn them into a city, and gain 4 gold each, and get my gold back. Didn't happen. That was a bit of a non-event. Not to worry. And ooh, Fisherman's Luck coming out as a possible thing to see. Now, event. An event occurs if your group ends in a city, shrine, boss, or ruin or quest location. That didn't happen, so we can skip that. And finally, the Dead King. So this is the main sort of theme for this title. The Dead King doesn't begin on the game board. During this phase, roll the 6-sided dice. If you roll a hex, he appears. Each turn he does not appear, drop the value by 1. Okay, so he didn't appear, so I guess we'll mark that as 1. So next turn, he appears on a 5 or 6. On the third turn, I'll mark it again, he'll appear on a 4, 5 or 6. And when he appears, we roll the dice to see what city he appears in. When he appears, he'll start destroying cities and then moving between the cities one at a time. He'll have a target, which we'll mark, and he'll be heading towards that city. We can rescue, or sort of save the city. Yeah, it becomes sort of a race against time and a challenge to save the cities. That's what we're doing up against. That's the end of the first game turn. We start again. Movement, I'm going to move cautiously because all I'm doing is moving adjacent to where we are. We're moving onto the ruins. It's a cautious move, 1 hex. We don't have to roll the navigation dice. Okay, we just have to roll the other 2. Skill check, let's roll explore, see if we find some gold. Didn't find some gold. Did we find gold over here? Did not find gold. What about food? Do we need to eat? No. And yes, so they consume 1 food. Easy as that. All right, we are now in, we skip circumstance, we go straight to the event. We are in a ruin location. So we can consult the ruins board and we, instead of getting a circumstance, we roll a 10-sided dice. Each ruin may only be explored once. So let's see what we find in this ruin. A hex. Ooh, a mythic event. You've survived a mythic event. Reduce each hero's health and energy by 5. Okay, so down to 4 and down to 2. Down to 2 and 2. Draw 2 power-up cards. Each hero gains twice the card reward. Okay, so power-up cards, power-up cards, power-up cards, power-up cards. Okay, the power-up deck, 57. I'm going to check how all this works. Okay, the power-up deck, this deck over here, contains many different types of power-up cards. Players gain access to the deck by completing quests, battling bosses, exploring ruins, and even defeating certain encounters. So each draw 2 power-up cards. Each hero gains twice the card reward. Okay, so I've drawn 2. We get, okay, first mastery, +1, we get double that. So this is now aggressive stance, goes up to 4. Shield ally goes up to 6. And we get +2, which is doubled. So wow. Brutal Assault goes up to 9. Guard goes up to 4. Cleave goes up to 7. Defend goes up to 7. So that should have been 6 because it's double. Wow. So that is a huge, that one in particular. Attack and defend. I'm so strong. That's amazing. Look at this. Brutal Assault is almost guaranteed to hit. So that was really cool. I like that. That was a wonderful mythic event. Very lucky there. So rolling hexes is pretty cool. Consult the table below. You can only explore it once when luck runs out. Be careful pressing your luck. If you use an item or ability to modify, check the new result. Okay. Draw 2 power-up cards. Yeah, that's a really good outcome. I got lucky there. Each ruin may only be explored once, so it's kind of been explored. I might just mark that. I don't know if you meant to, but we're done. Very cool. Great start. Okay, so now the Dead King. He appears on a 5 or 6. He appears. On the turn he arrives, roll the 6-sided dice again. This is a city that has been taken. So he arrives in city number 5. City number 5, which is down here. It's unfortunate, that's where I'm heading. Place him and a fallen city token on that city. During the subsequent day turn, he'll either select a new target or move towards his current target. Okay. So next turn, he's going to pick a new target. On the turn he arrives, we place him. That's the city that's been taken. So he's captured this city. Next turn, he'll pick a new target. All right. And the more cities he captures, the faster he moves. All right. Start of a new turn. We can move. We can move through the mountains. I think I want to kind of start to cross over here. I don't know what this cloudy terrain here is. I'm pretty sure I can move through it. I can move through mountains because of my mountain gear. So let's go 1, 2, 3 and explore. J. All right. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 4. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Explore. 4. Actually, let's go 1, 2, 3. Explore there, and I'll also explore down here. And this is Anne, and this is a shrine. So we've found a shrine. So we've gone 1, 2, 3, and we'll cross over into it 4. So we might visit this shrine. Can't explore any further south. And then we'll hook around, head back over here. Okay, let's make our skill checks. Let's navigate, fail, and fail. So we wander, and we roll a d6 to see where we wander. We wander to the southwest over here. We follow the direction shown on the dice. So it's taking us away from the shrine, but we can make it back there. No worries. Let's roll for treasure. Success, fail. So Ali finds 2 gold. And rolling for food. Hex, critical success, and success. So if you roll a critical success while looking for food, each hero regains 1 lost energy or end an ongoing affliction. So energy is back up to 3. Energy is back up to 3. Maybe it's a good idea to use my potion. Heal 3 health and energy. I might do that. So potion, heal 3 health, 3 energy, 7 and 6. And a potion over here to go, actually, I've been modifying my actuals, not my, so 7, 7, should be 3 each, so it should go up to 5, 6. And this shows my max. All right, so just getting a bit of that back. Okay. The skill roll is complete. We're out in the open, so we make a circumstance die roll. Again, looking along the top here, we roll a 3, so we encounter some raiders, and now we're moving to combat. So these are the raiders, they're humanoids. None of these guys have favoured opponents humanoids. I can't remember what favoured opponent does, to be honest. I'll need to double check that. All right, so we move to combat. And I'm a bit rusty. How does combat work? All right. Basically, from memory, it all happens sort of simultaneously. We declare my hero actions. I declare which of my abilities I'll use, whether I'm defending, attacking, etc. They've only got 16 health. I'm going to try and kill them straight out. So both of these guys are going to be attacking. All right, both of my heroes will be attacking. I'm going to be doing 9 plus 7. All right, so I'm going to cleave and I'm going to do a brutal assault. I record the hero's total, so 9 plus 7 for a total of 16 damage. I then determine what the raiders are going to be doing. So let's roll for them. I roll a 5. They are going to single target health. Ouch. Right. Single target, 6 damage. So they're going to do 6 damage to a single target. That could really hurt. Single target, where is it? Single target health. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. So everything takes place at the same time. We kill the humanoids, but we need to determine who they hit. How do we determine who they hit? Single target. Basically, one of the heroes. Which one though? And how do I determine that? It's a random die roll. Targeting. Target dice are rolled. So I think the way this works is, yes, okay, so we roll the dice, and whoever rolls the highest becomes the target. 4 and 7, ouch, means the Guardian is the target, which means they lose 6 health. They die or get knocked out. When can I use potions and items and stuff like that? If a hero dies, they are temporarily out of the game. The other heroes may attempt to revive them through one of many ways. I'll power up card rewards. Okay, reviving your heroes. The Angelborn, once per game for 3 energy, they can save themselves who has just died. So for 3 energy, here we go. For 3 energy, my special ability. 3 energy. I can save an energy who has just died, healing their health equal to the Angelborn's defense rank. Okay, so I heal them back up to 6 health. Wow, that's a good ability. Once per game turn for 3 energy, save an ally who has just died, healing their health up to the Angelborn's defense rank. Great. All right. Ali is very grateful. Meanwhile, the Raiders took 16 damage. They only have 16 health, so I was spot on with damage there. Oh, wait. Is that right? Have I done this correctly? Declare hero actions. They inflict health damage equal to an enemy equal to the ability's rank. Yes, so they did 9 damage and 7 damage for 16. They only have 16 health. They're dead. The group reward is 6 gold, 3 something. What is that? Group award. I don't know what that is. 3 something. 3 food. 3 food. So we get 6 gold group award. Okay, so let's take 3 each. Actually, let's just get the brute to hold it. 6 and 3 food. Up to 4 and up to 5. Nice work. Okay, so that's the raiders have been defeated. The humanoid raiders have been defeated. And we can draw a new circumstance card that may come out some kobolds. All right, is there anything else? I think we've got a reward. We're all done. No one died. That's the circumstance. The dead king is now going to roll. So during this phase of the next game turn, they'll either select a new target or move towards their target. They don't have a target, so now they're selecting a new target. They roll a dice and will move towards city number 4, which is not too far away. And they'll just move in a straight line as close as possible towards that. Actually, maybe they do move this turn. It says they'll either select a new target or move. Right, well, they need to select a new target, so I don't think they do both. Select a new target or move. They didn't have a target, so they select a new target instead of moving. All right, back to the start. Do I still want to head towards this shrine or do I want to keep moving? Let's have a look at what shrines can give us. We can spend some gold to buy some things. Buy some rations, buy some energy. I don't have a lot of gold. That's the problem. A talisman. Talismans are used to free a fallen city, and I just have enough gold to buy one of those. It'll be 4 gold per hero for a total of 8. I have 8 gold. So let's do that. Let's march towards that. Hope we don't go wandering. So let's roll navigation. Pass. Fail. We only need 1 pass, so we've passed. Let's roll for some gold. Fail. No gold. Let's roll to see if we have to eat. Yes and yes. So they both consume 1 food and 1 food. All right. Baz, our brute, is running a bit low on energy, but we're okay. All right, so skills are done. We don't make a circumstance roll. Instead, we are in the shrine, so we can spend our gold, earn a blessing, turn in a quest, and heal completely. All right, so we are at the Blessing of the Sun. Blessings are special bonuses that the group earns when they camp, spend an entire game turn in a shrine. They cost no gold and remain with the group throughout the rest of the game. This is good. This gives us 2 lost health and energy before the movement phase of each ongoing game turn. So we'll camp here next turn. For now, let's spend all our gold, 2 and 6, to buy a talisman. All right, so where do we record that? I guess we'll put it over here. All right, so talisman, it's used to free a fallen city. See the city placard for details. So these cities will fall. We need to visit these shrines. We can only use that once. Only 1 available per shrine. So we found the shrine. We have bought the talisman. We can free a fallen city. This basically buys us some more time in the game. That's all our gold, so we can't buy anything else, unfortunately. Geez, a reincarnation scroll. That's pretty cool. Bring back a deceased companion. Wow. Maybe I should start saving some money and buying some more health. That might be good. All right. The dead king is now going to move. He's going to move 1 hex plus 1 per fallen city, which is 1, like so, towards his new objective. Start of a new turn. I am going to camp. So it do not move this turn. Instead, spend your time healing and exploring the surrounding countryside. You'll heal 3 extra health and energy this turn. Plus, I receive the Blessing of the Sun. So I mark off Blessing of the Sun down here, which is +2 health and energy. +2 health and energy before the movement phase of each game turn. So not this turn, next turn. Okay. So +2, I camp. I heal 3 extra health and energy. So back up to full health and on 6 energy, and back up to full. And I'll try to be more careful with my health and energy in future. Okay, so not moving, camping. What else happens when I camp? Roll only explore and survival. Explore and survival. Fail, fail, has to eat a food. And explore and survival. Fail, fail, has to eat food. Oh, with a -1 bonus to the result. So I actually don't have to eat a food, just managed to pass that then. And find some gold as well, with a -1 modifier. And it's cumulative. Okay. And he's at -1 as well, means he doesn't have to eat a food either. Okay, that's good. So that -1 modifier was just enough on 3 of the 4 rolls to allow me to pass. So camped, healed, circumstance. Do we still roll a circumstance if we're camping? No, we're in a shrine. So heroes heal all lost health and energy. So we get all our health and energy back. Oh, we're not in the shrine. Yes, we are. I'm in the shrine. Okay. So heroes heal 1 condition and all lost health and energy while staying in a shrine. You may purchase items. You may turn in a single quest each game turn. Okay. So nothing else to do. We don't do any circumstance. There's nothing else I can do in the shrine. So he just moves 2 extra hexes. Okay. Start of a new game turn. And what do we do? Do we head over here and aid these dwarves? I'm really not that fussed about them. I reckon I could probably consider taking on some of these guys, but they're a long way away. Maybe I'll head over here and free this city. So how am I going to get there? Maybe I'll head up this way and look to free this city, because he'll make it there and he'll destroy that city, and that way I'll have a lot of options there. So I might go 1, 2. I'm going to have to move my player mat because I'm exploring off the map. 1, 2, I'm going to explore. F, I thought it was an E for a moment. Oh, but there's some ruins here. 1, 2, change of plans. We're going to go to the ruins. 3, 4. We're going to roll our navigation roll, see if we get lost. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. We have to wander. So we don't end up on the ruins. We actually end up further away. Okay. What about our other rolls? Do we find any treasure? Do we have to eat? Nothing, 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 nothing. That was our eat roll, but yeah. So we have to eat and no treasure. So food goes down again. I've still got a lot of rations. It's okay. We'll survive. Circumstance dial. We haven't had a circumstance in a while, so here we go. D6. It's a 3. Kobolds. I reckon these guys are going to be very easy to kill. And let's see what happens. So they're going to attack. If the damage is reduced, the other hero suffers 1 health damage. Okay, single target 3. Then most likely it's going to do 2 damage. I'm going to do a... Oh, I heal as well. So I have that +2 health, +2 energy. I'm going to do, this one is going to do a reflected assault. So I reflect damage that she or an ally suffer. The damage is defended by 2 + 7, and it's reflected back, and it's piercing. So this should be a guaranteed victory. And the brute is going to attack with 9. Okay, so I'm doing 9 damage, and I'm blocking 9. They are going to attack for 2. It gets bounced back, adds to the 9, They are going to die. I do lose 2 energy for using this, so I go down to 5. Okay. So the damage is defended by that plus that, and the total damage, which is only 2 damage is reflected back. It's piercing, but yeah, they don't stand much of a chance with only 4 health. The reward is 3 gold. So we'll mark that. Easy to defeat. Cursed. Ooh. It's an affliction. Oh, okay. That's if that happens. Okay, so we have to trigger that. That's our circumstance. The dead king moves 2 more places. End of the turn. On the next game turn, we will do a cautious move into these ruins. We will do a skill check. Now, because we did a cautious move, we don't have to roll for navigation. We just roll for treasure and food. We don't have to eat, but we don't find gold. And we don't have to eat, but we don't find gold. Okay. We are now in some ruins. We roll to see what we find. Another mythic event, please. Oh, it's a terrible portal. We uncover a terrifying portal. The dead king arrives at this ruin at the end of the next game turn. He now targets the heroes. Roll the 6-sided dice. As the number of turns he hunts the group. Oh my goodness. He hunts us for 4 turns. Okay. So he's going to come here at the end of the next game turn. At the end of this time, he chooses a new target. So he's going to hunt us instead, and then choose a new target. Well, that's good, because instead of destroying the city, he's going to teleport over here, which is quite a long way from the cities, try and hunt us, move pretty slowly, and yeah, we've just distracted him, basically. I'm happy with that. That's a pretty good result. Terrifying portal that pulls the dead king away from destroying these lovely cities. In the meantime, we can rush over to this city, save it, slow down his movement completely. So I'm managing this race against time, buying us quite a lot of time. All right, now the dead king's going to move towards us, I guess, on his turn. And the dead king arrives at the end of the next game turn. So I've got time. Do I try and get up to this ruins up here and see what's there? I'm very tempted, because he's going to move pretty slowly. Or do I race down here and just try and save that city? I think we're going to race down and save the city. I think. But there are so many good things in ruins, and they don't cost anything. Yeah. I like the idea of ruins, so I want to move up here. He's going to portal over here. The end of the next game turn. Okay. End of the next game turn. Right, so that's my ruin encounter. He's moved. Start of a new game turn. I'm going to move up to here, because he can't catch me. Maybe not. I'm a bit worried about that, actually. Maybe I'll explore up there. 1, 2. Explore. Oh, it's G. Still not finding tile E, but there is another ruins there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will roll to see if we get lost. We're lost. We wander in a northwesterly direction into the ruins. That's great. That's exactly where I wanted to be. Okay. Do we have to eat or find gold? We have to eat and we don't find gold. And we have to eat and we don't find gold. All right. My food is running low. All right. We are in the ruins now, fortuitously. And we roll to see what happens in these ruins. Let's not roll another 10. A 3 should be pretty good. You found a treasure chamber. Each hero rolls explore with a -1 bonus. 6 and 7. Oh god, that's terrible. For each success, roll a 10-sided die and add it. You gain that gold. Boo. So I find a treasure chamber with no treasure. And that's that ruin explored. So I'll put another marker there just to show that it is done. Okay, ruins have been explored. The Dead King now teleports to here, and he's going to hunt me for 4 turns. So end of the next turn, he teleports to there. He's got 4 turns to hunt me. That's the end of the next turn from when I found that. He hunts me for 4 turns. That's it. Start of a new turn. We're not far from this boss up here. That is 9. That is the Ice Giant Jarl. This is the Ice Giant Jarl here. Crikey, 125 health. Ooh. He just looks way too tough. Way too tough. I don't think I can take him on. I don't think I can take him on. Let's move towards the city. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to try and maybe rush down to the city. I don't think I need to visit. I get my health and energy back because of the blessing. Yeah. Roll to see if I get lost, find treasure, have to eat food. So don't get lost, don't find treasure, don't have to eat food. Don't get lost because I don't have to worry about it. Don't find treasure. And what is this? Each hero regains 1 lost energy. I don't need that anymore because I have my Blessing of the Sun. Okay. Circumstance. We now are in the wild, so we have to roll for circumstance. A 3. We're cursed. Of course we're cursed. We draw 1 more card. First of all, the Dead King appeared in my nightmares last evening. He has placed a curse on me. The heroes must roll the 6-sided dice each combat round to determine what we do. It remains for 4 game turns. Okay. So 4 game turns of being cursed until I rid myself of the condition. How do I rid myself of conditions again? There was something... I can't remember. Oh, rolling the critical, which I just did. Oh well. And we're going to fight a giant eagle. Draw 1 more card, it said. So we're going to fight a giant eagle, but we don't get to choose. We instead roll the dice to determine what happens. Brute is going to perform their 2nd mastery, and the Guardian is going to perform their 1st mastery. So they're going to shield their ally, and they're going to do a relentless strike. So they're going to go down to 6 energy. The mastery allows a brute to use brutal assault. Where'd my combat board go? Here it is. To use brutal assault a number of times this round equal to 1/3 of relentless strike. So 1 time, 1 brutal assault is 9 damage. They are piercing equal to half the guard round. So piercing 3. So 3 can't be guarded against. And what do we have here? We have our 1st mastery, which is shield ally. So we can defend against that. Okay, so the eagle is going to single target health. Which one are they going to target? The highest roll, a 0 and a 10. So they're going to target the brute. Piercing 5. So they're going to do 5 damage to the brute. The attack is boosted by 5 if the giant eagle dealt energy damage last round. That didn't happen. So it's single target, piercing 5, blocked by shield ally. Wait, are they doing? They're doing shield ally. By half shield ally's rank, so it's defended by 3. Once per round per half defend rank. Maybe used once per round per... So it can be used 3 times. Okay. but each use requires 1 energy. So I can spend 2 energy, which I'll do, to block 6 from their attack. At rank 4, yeah. Right, so I'm getting confused. That was shield ally, and he's doing relentless strike, but he can only use it once. All right, so 9 damage to the eagles. They now are down to, they take 9 health, they're down to 11. They're not blocking anything. I don't think they have any blocking at all. So piercing doesn't really matter for this particular combat. Piercing, deal damage which cannot be defended or blocked. Yep. All right, so they're down to 11 health. They did not deal energy damage. They did health damage. 5. That's all been resolved. Round 2. What are we going to do? The brute is going to do a defense, okay. And the guardian is going to do their first mastery, which is shield ally again. So not much attacking taking place. The giant eagle is going to group health. Roll a 10-sided die. On a roll of 4 or less, its targets may not use energy next round. Group health. So he's going to block 6. And he can choose an attack that damages an ally. Shield ally. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, so I think he can shield an ally, but can't shield themselves. Yeah, right. Cannot shield herself. So that's pointless. Doesn't want to do that. Instead, what we're going to have to do is, once per round, spend 3 energy to save an ally who has just died, healing them equal to their defense rank, which is 6. So they are back up to 6 health. The eagle got a good blow in there. All right, so I can still use energy next round. Not a great round of combat. Eagle's still on 11 health. Third round of combat. Oh, wow. This randomness is really frustrating. A 4, which is my defense, and a 5, which is my first mastery, which is an aggressive stance. This should help, I hope. All right. Aggressive stance costs 1 energy. So I'm down to 2. And it allows me to use brutal assault a number of times equal to 1/3 of relentless strikes. I gain brutal assault once, which is 9 damage. With 3 piercing. I don't think they're going to block. And the eagle is going to do group health again. Okay, so I'm going to have to use a potion. Can I use a potion on an ally? I think items are shared. So I'm going to use a potion on this guy to give him up to 5 energy, to then burn 3 to save their life again, bring them up to 6 health. This is a tough combat. I do 9 damage, which is going to bring the eagles down to 2 health. Okay. Now I roll a dice on a 4 or less. No. So I can still use health next round. Heading into the next round of combat, we are doing an attack. So the eagles are going to die. Before they die, though, attack. They are going to... Oh, no! I don't have any potions left. Which means 6 damage. So this one is going to die once per round to negate an attack against themselves. They're going to spend 3 energy to negate that attack. To negate an attack against themselves or an ally. But it's group, so this guy, they can't... They go down to 3 health. So they take the attack. So the ally, the Dryad Guardian, uses their racial ability to negate the attack against themselves. Poor Baz the Brute takes 6 of that damage. And they kill the eagle. That was tough. All right, so we get 7 gold and 2 food. Ali is down to 2. We'll give them both to Baz. Ouch. And that was a tough encounter. It's a level 5 encounter. Oh, and we get a plus. Did I not? I'm just going to double check that there wasn't a plus on. Yep, no. On those previous ones, yep. So we get a power up, which is a +1 survival. That's cool. Now I have a feeling we should be keeping these as a record. So I've got the other ones as well on the bottom. I'll put those aside. +1 survival. Hopefully it means we eat less food. 5 and 5. We've got our gold levels up to 12 now, so we can get to a city maybe. Maybe do a safe move. Get to that city. Get some more potions. Keeping in mind, so before we do that, that was our circumstance. Now he's going to chase us. 1, 2, moving towards us. That's once he's done that. And I'm still cursed. No, sorry. Where is he? Where's his dice roll? He's chasing us for 4 turns. Once he's chased us, and that's that's 1 turn of having this curse on us. It remains for 4 game turns. Okay, that's the end of the turn. The start of a new turn. Okay, so we really need some more potions. We're out of potions. We have some gold, so we're going to start a turn with a safe move into this city. Safe move means we don't have to navigate. We just roll for treasure and food. We fail, we fail. We find some treasure and we fail. So we find 2 extra gold. And we both have to eat a food. And we do have rations. I've got 3 rations and 3 rations, so we can boost those up. Each ration is worth 2 units of food. 4 food can be sold back for 1 gold. Each ration purchased equals 2 units of food. Okay. All right, so we're in the city. So we don't do a circumstance. Instead, we look at what city we're in. We're in city number 4. Which is Stormwrath. This is where we started, right? I can purchase climbing gear here. Yeah, this is where we started. But I can visit the market. And I need potions. So I'm going to buy each potion is 1 gold. But I also want to buy some camping gear. So with the camping gear, I heal 1 health and 1 energy before the movement phase. I should have done that actually. I should have had my blessing. So let's go up to 5 and 4 and 7 and 4. This is because my blessing of the sun. Camping gear will boost that to 3 and 3. And camping gear is going to cost me 4 gold. Oh, it only affects 1 hero. Maybe purchase once per hero. So if I buy camping gear each and 3 potions each, that's all my money. So climbing gear, camping gear, and camping gear, and 3 potions. 1, 2, 3. All right. So now, with the camping gear, I'm basically healing 3 health and 3 energy before the movement phase of each turn from now on. Okay. Just looking at the other items here. Handy elixir. Oh, use it. Okay, that's good. Luckstone lets you re-roll. Look, I'm running low on gold. I've got no gold now after all that. So, but I'm healing. Okay, and now the Dead King moves. 1, 2. He's moved. That's the end of another curse. Start of a new turn. Okay, going to head down to this city. So I'm going to have to move across to her, but doing so is taxing. Each hero loses 2 energy. Okay, so before the movement phase, I gain 3 and 3, so I'm up to 8 and 7, and 7 and 7. Do I move recklessly? Oops, I should draw a new card here. A wyvern. Look, the enemies, the young dragon's scary. None of the others are. Moving recklessly, 4 hexes per game. Moves 2 further hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd be very close, and the next turn I could just do a safe move. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move recklessly. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bonus hex, bonus hex. Okay, so I've moved recklessly, but I lose 2 energy per hero. So they go down to 5. And the reason I do this is because I know I'm healing 5 per turn, 3 per turn. So I'll basically get it all back next turn anyway. All right, so because I moved recklessly, I must still roll the navigation roll. Fail. Oh, come on, pass, 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 fail. So I wander 1. Where does that take me? To the top right. Ouch, that's annoying. Oh well. Then I choose to roll either explore or survival. Look, I'm going to choose explore for both. Fail, fail, nothing happens. Okay. Yep. The dead king moves. He's chasing me. That's his last turn. So next turn, he will pick a new target. And it's my second last turn of being cursed. Okay. End of the turn. Unfortunately, I have to move normally, which means I do have to make a navigation roll. Hey! And I pass. If I roll a hex, you save the group from getting lost. You don't wander this turn regardless of what happens. So that's pretty meaningless. I roll the other 2 dice. I don't have to eat, don't find gold, and I don't have to eat, and I do have to eat, and I don't find gold. But I remain in the city. And now I can spend my talisman to rescue that fallen city. So I've recovered that fallen city, which means he's going to move 1 fewer hexes per turn. Hopefully he has to travel to city number 1. We'll figure that out in a moment. I'm in the city, which I've rescued. No circumstance. Instead, what city am I in? I am in city number 5, which is Hagrindish, the Iron Citadel, ruled by brothers Thurden and Durden Onyxhelm. These dwarves are accomplished animal trainers. The rams and horses they breed, I can purchase mounts for 4 gold per hero here. I have no gold, so I can't purchase them. That's it. He is now going to pick a new target. His target is going to be, well, this is the last turn I'm cursed. His target is me 5, which is where I am. So he's coming back. Where is it? He's coming back to destroy the city. It's not too far away either, which is frustrating. Okay. Okay. Lots of dice all over the place. Let's clear this up. What next? So that's in the turn. This is where he's heading. I need to think about my next course of action. This might be a good point to just pause the game. Curse is gone. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm in a city. I've got no gold. Yeah, good point to pause here and think about what I want to do next. I'm kind of thinking I might head out to the west side of the map out here and try and find, although I'm so close to these young dwarves. Oh, if I actually get gold and a power up. So it might be worth doing just for that. I don't really care about having the ally. I move 1 hex further while traveling with the dwarves. I don't think I want them, if you do, bring them 1 food, locate the group. You may invite them. Okay, so I get this for completing the mission, and I may invite them along, which I don't want to do, because I don't want to have to be consuming 2 food per turn. Granted, I'm getting better at surviving. My survival rolls are now 5 or less, but yeah, the less food I have to, well, I'll think about it. But I think that's what I'll do. I'm so close to that location. I think that's probably what I'll do next. For now though, folks, I'll pause here. Thanks for watching and take care.